Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome to episode number 29 of Metal and Beer. Now in this episode, I'm going to show you how to integrate sweep picking into your metal rhythms. So grab your guitar, this is going to be a really intense lesson, and of course hang around after the lesson and I'll share what beer I'm drinking. Alright guys, so let's learn this really cool metal riff with the sweep picking involved here. So I'm going to break this down into two sections. We're going to go over the first section here first, and I'm going to break it down into, there's several moving parts, so we'll go through this kind of slowly and I'll have the tablature up there for you to read as well. So here's the first part. So what we're doing here, now I am playing on a 7-string, by the way. This is my new 7-string that you guys have seen in the past couple videos, which I love it. It's the ESP E2 Horizon FR7. So back to the lesson here, I'm only playing on, on the E, A, and D string though, so we're not using that 7th string, because a lot of you have the 6th string. So you can play this really anywhere on the fretboard though, but we'll get to that later. So what I'm doing here is on the E, A, and D. On the E string, I'm on the 12th fret. That's where we start our sweep, what's called a sweep triad. There's only 3 notes to that. You're going up 3 notes, then back down, or down and up, however you want to see it. But we're starting out on the E string, 12th fret. Then the next string, the A string, we're going to the 10th fret. Then the D string, we're going to be on the 9th fret. So when you're sweep picking, you don't want to pick out each note, and you don't want to play all the notes at the same time. You want to let your pick hand kind of glide through that. So just practice that if you're new at this technique, especially playing rhythms, because most of the time when you're sweep picking or doing sweep arpeggios, you're doing those as a lead. You're doing those down here. But we're playing this as part of a rhythm, which is kind of rare. So I think this is a really cool lesson to kind of break us out of that plateau of playing kind of the same thing over and over again. So anyway, back to the lesson. We're going, again, on the E, A, and D string, we're going 12, that's the fret, 12, 10, and 9. Then let your hand glide back the opposite way and hitting those same notes in reverse. You don't want to have string noise in between those notes like you just heard me play, and a little bit of string noise in between. This isn't easy to master. I'll be honest with you guys. When I was writing this specific riff and preparing for this video here, this lesson, I had to practice this over and over, and still at times I'll hit some string noise or screw up or whatever. But anyway, just practice that part over and over. Now, next we're doing a real cool hammer-on pull-off, and this is what that sounds like. Then we go to our power chord E. So the riff again. Now that pull-off we're doing, the hammer-on pull-off we're doing on the A string, we're starting on the 9th fret, and we're going to hammer down on the 10th fret and pull off, go back to the 9th, and then we're going to end with an open string. So here's what that sounds like. I think I told you we're starting on the 9th fret, but we're actually starting out on the 10th, and you guys have the tablature up there too. So again. So it's just a real quick movement there, and as soon as that open string is sounding, we hit that E power chord. So let's go through the section one more time. So practice that, get that down. If you want to pause the video and just play that some, feel free to do so. Now let's move on to the second section, and we're basically doing the exact same thing that we just did. We're just doing it in a different place on the fretboard. So we're still playing on the E, A, and D strings. And the frets we're going to be hitting on the E string, we're going to be hitting the 7th fret. Then A string is going to be the 5th fret. D string is going to be the 4th fret. And the same sweep picking technique is going to be applied here. It's just a real short sweep triad, just a 3-note, up, then down, or down and up. Let me know which one is right, by the way. I get those confused sometimes. But anyway, you hear the pattern. And then we're also doing the same type of hammer on and pull off. And we're doing that on the A string, but this time we're on the 4th and 5th fret. So we start out on that 5th fret, then we do a hammer on between the 4th and 5th, and then we leave that string open once again. And instead of going to the E power chord, we're going to be going to the B power chord. So it's like this. Or for me, since I'm playing a 7 string, it would be this. I love it. So again, let's go back through that second section there. Alright, so let's put it all together and just play through the whole pattern one more time. I'll try to go through this kind of slow for you. This is both section 1 and 2 combined. Alright, so that is an extremely cool pattern for you to practice. As always, I encourage you guys to add your own notes to it. Like, try that sweep triad at different places on the fretboard. And if you're playing a 7 string like I am now, try those just, 1 string over and see how that sounds. So there's different variations you can do. And, throwing in techniques like, sweep picking, where you'd normally do that while you're playing guitar solos, throwing those into your rhythms is just going to enhance your rhythm, and it's going to enhance your overall ability to play heavy metal guitar. So by now, you're probably wondering, what's Jason drinking today? Well, I'm glad you asked. Today I am drinking Kulmbacher Eisboch. So this is a German Eisboch. Now, I've never had this beer before. It's called the original German Eisboch. It's a whopping 9.2%, so pretty strong. So we're gonna have a taste. As you can see, that is nice and dark. I've had a couple Eisbochs before. It's been a while. And I like these style beers. You guys know I drink a lot of IPAs and tripels, stuff like that. Hoppy beers. So let's give this a taste. Cheers. Man, that's pretty good. So again, Kulmbacher Eisboch. Show you guys the bottle here again. So it's a very rich flavor. I don't want to say it's like milky, but let's taste it again. And it's kind of got a bold bite to it, a very rich flavor. Let's read a little bit about it here. Like I said, it's my first time trying this beer. And so it says Eisboch was inadvertently invented in Kulmbach, so I guess that's in Germany, after full wooden barrel was left out in the brewery yard in the dead of winter. So following Kulmbacher tradition, this brew is partly frozen in the lagering tanks. Ice crystals are removed, concentrating the color and the flavor. So that's a very interesting way to brew the beer here. But yeah, definitely a good beer. I got this at the Brandon Craft Beer Cellar that's close to where I live in the Tampa, Brandon area, and they get craft beers from all over the world, so I get to go there and try different brews. Oh, and I'm hoping this beer goes good with this. We are grilling a steak. Nothing quite like a good beer and a good steak. Alright guys, that wraps it up for episode 29 of Metal and Beer. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making this series for you. Don't forget to check out the YouTube description and you'll find my link to my website, jasonstallworth.com. If you go there, you can sign up for updates and you'll be the first to hear about my new albums and whatever projects I'm working on, that kind of stuff. And also there's links on that site to my music on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, the whole 9 yards. So go there, check that out. And also, if you would like to watch the entire series of Metal and Beer, I have a Metal and Beer playlist. If you click on the box, I always forget which site I put it on, but just click on the box and then you'll have access to my entire Metal and Beer playlist. Guys, if you love this video, please like, share, and comment and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Keep it metal.